Sarah Bitely here, writer, creator of PimpKillah, the comic series. This week I want to talk to you about the chilling adventures of Sabrina. Issue 1, called The Crucible, Something Wicked. Story by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa and artwork by Robert Hack. Most of you know Sabrina the Teenage Witch from the delightful 90s sitcom featuring Melissa Joan Hart. But this story actually kicked off as a comic series in 1962. One of the very first comics I started reading when I was a kid was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So you can imagine my excitement when I saw that Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, try saying that 3 times fast, creator of Afterlife with Archie, wrote a dark version of Sabrina. The story starts off on Halloween night in 1951, 1 year after Sabrina's birth. At this point, the story is kind of reminiscent of Rosemary's Baby. There's a pact with the devil, or in this case, with witches. Edward Spellman is head of his coven and conceives Sabrina with his mortal wife, a woman named Diana. There is, however, witch law that declares that no mortals and witches can be together. A year after Sabrina is born, the witches must take her away from her mother, but Diana escapes and takes Sabrina with her. At least there's Aunts Hilda and Zelda to help out Edward with young Sabrina. The aunts are loyal to Sabrina and their coven, but make no mistake, they carry no sympathy for Sabrina's human mother. On Sabrina's 6th birthday, she has her first telepathic tantrum, when her father doesn't show up after having not written or called. But she does get a pretty cool birthday present, her new talking cat Salem, oozing with sarcasm and charm. Though the comic flashes forward in time and we're always surrounded by action, we're constantly learning new tidbits about our characters. And pretty soon it's time for Sabrina's first day of high school, where she meets the chatty, obnoxious Rosalind, and more importantly, sets eyes on the charming Harvey Kinkle. Sabrina concocts a plan after Rosalind voices her claim on Harvey. This is where we see Sabrina's devious side when she wants to put a spell on Harvey to get him to like her, and Ambrose is eager to help her as Salem tries to be the voice of reason. I really enjoyed the resurrected twist on this comic classic that remains true to a lot of what we already know about Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but telling us a story with a revamped, dark, and prophetic atmosphere makes this comic unique in and of itself. The artwork was super expressive, where it was painterly in the way that there was a lot of texture and every panel was unique. And almost as I was reading it, every panel had this way of making you feel like something really bad was gonna happen, which reminded me a lot of my own life, but just with witches and magic.